Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Lakers Talk with Gerald, with that smooth jazz playing. Yeah. Hear that smooth jazz playing in the background. If you guys listened the last time I had a podcast after the Lakers lost, we had some easy, smooth listening to just calm and ease our nerves, help us feel better, help us relax, help us kind of take on that loss, and, you know, hey, help us just to get through our days. I mean, because we all know that Lakers living is all there is for us Lakers fans.
Smooth Jazz 101.1
Look. You know, little plug in right there. I'm listening to the radio station Jazz. So, look, guys, I don't, you know, last time I had a podcast, the Lakers played twice, and they lost twice. Hence the Jazz. That's going to be a recurring theme in my podcast. That's how we're going to get through these podcasts when the Lakers lose. And it's not that they just whenever they lose, but when they lose to a underperforming team, when they lose to a team that's probably not going to make the playoffs, or when they lose a team that we know are not going to make the playoffs, 100%. And I already know that these are teams that the Lakers are supposed to get these W's on, and they don't. That's a definition right there of needing some therapy. And so that's where I come in. That's where this podcast comes in, therapy. So not only is this podcast here for you to talk about Lakers and get you all that information, it's also to give you therapy. You're welcome. You can thank me later. The check will be in the mail. Don't worry, I'll give you a discount because you're a Laker fan. You guys have been rolling with me for a little while, so I'll give you a discount. Don't worry. It's not going to be close to anything that you'll get sitting up in a actual therapist chair, but you're going to get every benefit that you would with them. Don't quote me on that. I don't want nobody trying to say that they didn't get everything that they would from a real therapist. But once again, you guys, this isn't a comfort talk. This is Lakers Talk with Gerald, not to be confused with any other. Welcome back, guys. I know it's been a few days since you heard from me, but you're hearing from me now. I'm back. I'm just like a family member that you have sometimes that they might not have communicated for a while. You haven't heard from them, but guess what? And then they pop up, and you gotta love them because that's your family. They're back. Hey, give them some food, give them some Thanksgiving dinner. Christmas is coming up. Holidays are coming up, whichever one you celebrate. I do want to say happy holidays to everybody out there. We officially in that holiday season, that season of giving, that season of caring. Guys, I'm just, we're talking about everything good right about now. I know we haven't even begun to talk Lakers quite yet, but we will. We will get to that. All right, guys. So let's just talk about it a little bit. The Lakers played two teams over the last few days. They lost to the Nets. And, part of their 4-game road trip, they end up, looks like they lost 3 games out of 4. Losing both to Eastern Conference teams that, we should have beat. One of them were the Wizards. Yeah, the Wizards at the time, their record was 11-18 when they played us. And we were 18-11. The thing about that game is, I understand that any given day, any team can beat us. And I've talked about that before. We all know that. The problem is the Lakers just came in like this was just another walk in the park or something. They came in, I mean, right away Wizards scored, you know, I think it was like 8-2, or, you know, it was just like the Lakers were just lackadaisical once again. You know, no sense of urgency, no sense of like this is an important game. And that's not going to do it. When that happens, we're not going to win. And I could just see it straight from the beginning. It started off bad, and the whole game just went like that. The Lakers really couldn't get nothing done. They were having a hard time scoring. They weren't able to contain the Wizards. They weren't able to do anything with John Wall. John Wall was just having a field day with our team. Scored 40 points or so. I mean, I don't know. Teams just seem to be able to bring out the best in their players when we play them. Why is that? Well, I will say one thing, one factor about these two games that might have an impact on that, might have made a small difference. There was somebody missing from this game that has been playing in the other games that I don't think everybody has realized how important this person is, or how he's been to the team and how he has been to our winning. Well, we surely missed him this time. You would have thought, though, we would have be able to hang in there a lot better than we have without him. Our leading shot blocker, JaVale McGee, was gone from both of those games. And I was first alerted when I saw the starting lineup right before the game, and I had to take a double look. I was like, wait a minute, why is Tyson Chandler starting? Now, I have nothing against Tyson Chandler. Nothing at all. But if he's starting, I'm like, oh no. I mean, I didn't hear anything about JaVale not, you know, being in this game. And we need him. He's our spark plug. We need him. He's that guy that's jumping out the building, you know, blocking all these shots in the beginning, and I think he's the one that kind of starts us and revs us up. And he holds down, I mean, the lack of defense that we have, everyone seems to be able to penetrate on us. He's that eraser for us. He's been that the whole season, just taking away all these penetrations, and after a while teams start to change their shots, and that's when we start to get better turnovers and start getting more fast breaking. Well, he wasn't in these games. We didn't have that interior defense. Tyson Chandler, 18th year in the NBA, 36 years old. He doesn't have that anymore. He doesn't have them hoppers and them quick reflexes to be able to jump up and block them shots anymore. He's not. He's just not that guy. And that's why he's better on our second unit. He's a good positional defensive player. He's a good, squaring up, boxing out, keeping the defender off the boards, getting those deflection rebounds, offensive rebounds. I mean, he's good in all those situations. But he doesn't stop. He doesn't erase on penetrations. He doesn't stop point guards or people that's at the baskets, or anyone for that matter, for the most part. I mean, don't get me wrong, he'll get a block every now and then down there, but he's not a threat down low. So meaning, when someone's a point guard is driving, a forward is driving, a small forward or a center, they're gonna go hard to the basket. They're gonna start to drive, get past their perimeter defender. They're gonna see Tyson Chandler and they're gonna almost get giddy. And then they're gonna go hard to the basket, try to dunk, try to score, and they know that Tyson Chandler doesn't have that anymore. He's not that guy. He's not really even gonna try that hard to get a block like that, and they know that. So it's like a kid in the candy store, and they go for it. They don't have to read the scouting report to know that Tyson Chandler ain't gonna do a whole lot when you trying to score hard to the basket. So it seemed like the Wizards once they realized, like, oh, man, you know, their leading guy is out. Their leading shot blocker is out. Oh, let's go get this. And that's exactly what they did. They came and got us. Hats off to them. It was hard for me to watch that game because the Lakers were just getting blown out the whole game. They couldn't, you know, they kept trying to get close, and they couldn't, and they, you know, it was ugly. It just wasn't good. The Lakers, so it was what it was after the game was over. It dropped the Lakers down to 18-12 at the time, and that brought the Wizards to 12-18. As I mentioned, they're probably not going to make the playoffs, so that's another loss to a non-playoff team to the Lakers. So next up, at that time, that took the Lakers to 1-2 on that 4-game road trip. So we just had one game left on that 4-game road trip, and that was against the Nets. Okay, the Brooklyn Nets. And so they also are a under 500 team. They also are a team that, you know, is not set to make the playoffs. So that was another win, or W, that the Lakers should have gotten. Once again, they didn't hold up on that bargain. Brooklyn Nets put it on our butts also. Yeah, you know, that was another game. JaVale McGee was missing. Tyson Chandler started. And I mean, I'm not just putting it, you know, I hate to mention Tyson Chandler's name like that. Apologize if you listen, Tyson. Nah, don't, you know, hey, you the man. You know, it's not you. We as a team just did not play defense, didn't play together, didn't play hard enough, maybe we didn't take these games seriously. I don't know exactly what it was, but we just need to do better. We just need to do better as a team. I'm hoping what we do is we take these as learning lessons. I hope we really do take them serious. I hope we don't just say, oh, well, that's just another loss. You know, it's just an 82-game regular season. You have down games. No, I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. I want you guys all to get in, you know, a team meeting. You know, I want the players only team meeting. I want them to get together and be like, look, and hold each other accountable. You know, go around the room. You know, what the hell? I want to see hear some cursing, and I want people taking accountability. I want you know, everybody. Man. I mean, I'm talking about from LeBron on down. I know LeBron's a man, but, you know, you got to do that sometimes. You know, you got to say, hey, you know, you're right. Sometimes I've been taking plays off. Sometimes I've been doing this. Don't get me wrong, LeBron is doing a hell of a lot this season. He's playing in every game. But, hey, you know, that's what you got to do to bring people together. You know, that's what you got to do to do it as a ball club. So, all right, enough doom and gloom. I've been talking about all that loss, but to get over anything, you got to talk about it. You can't hold it in. This is another lesson in my therapy that I'm giving you guys. You can't hold things in whenever something's bothering you, whenever you're upset, whenever you're going through things in life. You got to find someone to talk to about it. You got to let it out. You got to vent. And you got to be real with your feelings, how you feeling at the time. If you're not liking things, say you ain't liking things. If you're upset, say that you're upset. You know, don't sugarcoat it. You got to let it out. Guess what? Once you let it out, it's like a weight off your shoulder. You got to let that out. That way it's not building up inside you. You know, and then you don't want all these things to build up, and then all of a sudden it bursts, and it's going to be more violent and more. It's going to come out way worse. You know, and it's going to affect you in many other ways, affect opportunities, and we don't want that. So that's why we're all getting it out. We talked about it. I vented. We talked about all the loss and the bad things and what they need to do. Now we can release, let go of it, and now we can move on. Now, guys, we can move on. Let's think about the positivity of the Lakers right now. We are still in a playoff spot. We are now 18-13. Somehow we are still in a playoff spot. not only that, we are actually still in fourth place due to the Western Conference just being so damn thick, so damn stout. I mean, so that means like, we lost twice. We've actually lost 3 out of 4 games. But because all the Western Conference teams that are all have good records are playing each other, they're all losing 1 or 2 games also, because you have no choice but to lose games when you're playing. Every team that's in the playoff hunt is playing each other. So that's what's been benefiting the Lakers. And coming up, guys, we're about to start playing those Western Conference teams. So this is what's going to make the difference coming up now. All right. We're about to play. I know Christmas Day we were playing the Golden State Warriors. It's going to be our first matchup with them this year. That's going to be outstanding. That's going to be a fun game. Please, Lakers, don't lay an egg. Please don't come out like you did against the Wizards and the Nets. I mean, we want this to be a competitive game. We want this to be a fast-breaking game for the Lakers, that is. We want you guys, we want JaVale McGee in this game. We want him dunking. We want to see alley-oops. We want to see fast break dunks. We want to see LeBron James do his signature, like tomahawk dunk. We want to see all that. Those are the positives to look forward to. I mean, then you also got, the other fun part of it too. I mean, you're going to have Golden State Warriors. You're going to have Steph Curry bombing 3-pointers from downtown. You're going to have Kevin Durant doing his thing. And of course you got Klay Thompson, but all this is the same. We're looking forward to. We want it to be a fun, exciting game. We should be having fun, having a good time, and give us a show. That's what we're looking forward to on Christmas Day. After that, then we're going to be facing the Clippers on the 28th. Or actually, after that, we'll be playing them again on the 31st. So we're going to have several games where we're playing Western Conference teams. And the significance of this is that when the Lakers lose these games, they're going to slide further down in the standings from losing against Western Conference teams versus an Eastern Conference team. That being because when they lose against that Western Conference team, you're giving that Western Conference team a win, a 1 up in the win column, and then you go 1 down in the loss column. It just hits harder in the standings. You lose the entire game, in the Western Conference when that happens, versus a half game in the standings the other way. So these next week or so is going to really determine where the Lakers stand and how we're going to be in this playoff race. Because, as I talked about, the Western Conference is still tight. The playoff race is still tight. Even though the Lakers are in 4th place right now, 2-3 losses in a row will drop them out of the playoffs. We'll drop them completely out. I mean, that's what it is. The Lakers have 13 losses. The 8th place team right now has 14 losses. See what I mean? So, yeah, we can't mess around. We cannot mess around at all. All right? And guys, remember some days ago when I told you about how the Houston Rockets were going to get back in that playoff race? We're going to be right back in the playoff hunt. Guess what? It wasn't even a week later, and they're already in 7th place now in the playoff hunt. All right, guys, it's starting to get real. It's starting to get real. We got to get it in gear. We're about to have some exciting basketball. We had therapy today. We've gotten over some traumatizing times, some couple losses in a row to non-playoff teams. But we're going to be all right, guys. Due to my therapy, as I mentioned, checks in the mail. Happy holidays, everybody. That'll do it. Lakers Podcast, number 11. Have a beautiful day and holidays. Talk to you later. Out.